We are starting a few minutes late because we had technical difficulties.
Still not in.
We are in. It's okay. It's just going to take people a second to come over here because they're still watching the other one, which I will delete. So I apologize for the technical difficulties here. And delete that one out, which should force people out of it.
We'll see.
I'm going to make a quick little post on our channel. Apologies, everyone, for our wonderful technical difficulties. I was trying something new, and it didn't quite work.
We were on time, and then we're late.
We were super on time. We were early today.
Okay, I got kicked out.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good. Live stream link didn't work. Please join us here.
Everybody got a notification already.
Oh, good. Okay. People are joining?
Yep.
Yay, we've got a couple people in here. Okay. Give us 2 seconds.
I can do it.
Okay, that already defaulted. Can everyone hear us okay? We're trying a new audio setup.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah, it's in.
But I just want to make sure people can hear. The sound quality is okay.
Well, we can't see it yet.
Oh. I'm just getting ready.
I like it.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
There we go. 30 people. Yay. It wouldn't be PB with J if we didn't have some technical difficulties at the beginning of our live stream. Okay, so I'm going to take off because Wooly is running the show today. Maybe do this. You can get it better. And it already cocked out that camera. Oh, there it came back. Great. How's the sound? Can everyone hear okay?
Sounds good.
Sounds good? Great. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to come back shortly. I know. I have to go. Rufus is playing hide and seek with a bone. Willie's going to run the show today.
Here I am.
I'm going to come back in a little bit and do the draw for the Typher air fryer. So stick around for that. So those that are a little bit late, don't worry. I'll do the draw probably in about half an hour from now once I get back from walking the dogs. Otherwise, take it away, Willie. Have fun.
All right.
See ya.
Bye. Thanks for joining, everybody. So today we're cooking sloppy joes with lentils. This is a recipe that I got from Jamie Oliver years ago, and I used to make it when I was the person making dinner every night, but I am not usually that person anymore, which is kind of awesome. Anyway, that's what we're making tonight. So if you got the ingredients and you're going to follow along, then do so. Otherwise, we'd love to chat, hear where you're from, and any comments. Ephraim, our fabulous, what are you called? What's your role?
Operator.
Operator is here working the chat. So feel free to pop any questions or comments there, and he will read them out to me while I'm cooking. Okay, so shall we get started?
Make sure you come on the screen too, ready?
Huh?
Make sure you put the
wait, Mom.
We're getting instructions from the big boss over there. Just go for your walk already. Oh, look at that!
You want some highs?
You know what's funny?
What?
So, I don't have the chopping skills, so please don't judge. We are just gonna chop the way that I chop. So we're gonna start by chopping up the celery, the peppers, and the onion, and throwing those into our pot. Chop, chop. So, where are people from, Ephraim?
Okay, let's start at the
Who
bottom.
we got here in our
Gillian
channel?
from Brownsville, Texas. Brownsville, Texas.
Jillian.
Hi,
Jillian. Welcome.
And don't forget to subscribe to Step with Kimberly.
Obi from Bloomington, Indiana.
Hello, Obi. Welcome.
Tazzy from Tasmania.
What? Tazzy from Tasmania? I taught a student named Tasma, whose parents named her after Tasmania, and that was cool. They kind of made up that name because of Tasmania. I don't know if it's a name normally. I don't know.
Why are you chopping them like that?
I don't know. I feel like they should be a little smaller. I'm just gonna, you know, I have a different style than Jeremy. Okay.
Jill from Cleveland, Ohio.
Hello, Jill. Welcome to the channel.
Shannon
All right.
from San Antonio, Texas.
So I'm just going to throw the celery into the pot right away just so it's out of my way, but I haven't actually turned the pot on yet. I will do that once I have the peppers and the onion in there too. I know I should heat it up first. I never do. Maybe people can comment on that. Tell me that it's maybe not the right thing to do, but I always do that. I always just cut everything, put it in, and then turn it on. I think because I'm not heating up oil, I feel like I should just wait because otherwise I'm chopping and then things are going to burn. I don't know. Tips are appreciated. And speaking of tips, you can give a monetary tip to our fabulous operator this afternoon, if you so desire. I know. I went from tips for me to tips for you. That's right.
Okay, you want some more highs?
Yeah. Who else is there?
Shannon from San Antonio, Texas. I already said it, but I think you.
Oh, hi, Shannon.
Susan from Liberty, Missouri.
Hi, Susan. Welcome.
Michelle from San Francisco.
Hello, Michelle from San Francisco. San Francisco. Blah, blah, blah. I have been there. That is a place I've been.
Pat from Wilmington, Delaware.
Hello, Pat. Welcome. Thanks for coming to cook along with us tonight.
CJ from Camarillo,
California?
California, maybe. Maybe California. Samantha from Australia.
Hello, Samantha. So fun to have people from so many different places. Amazing. Okay, throwing those peppers in. Anybody have any comments about my...
Let's see.
Any tips about why I should be heating up the pot and how I'm not?
Who's cooking along?
Yeah, who's cooking with me here? Am I by myself? Surely not. Surely somebody's coming along for the journey here.
Let's see.
Okay.
There's a little bit of delay. So.
Okay. I'm just gonna peel this onion. What do you got? Candy? You know, you try your best to feed your children healthy food, and then they get to an age where they have their own money, and they just go buy the unhealthy stuff anyway. Anybody have any tips on that?
You took me there.
Or maybe you can just tell me that my kids are going to be fine.
Camarillo. Oh, it's Camarillo.
Camarillo. Nice.
I said Camarillo.
Yeah, I'm going to do me, Michelle. Thank you.
Kimberly's cooking with us.
Hi, Kimberly. Glad you're cooking along. I'm just chopping the onion right now. You know, as best I can. And I'm going to throw that into the pot. And then I'm going to turn it all on. And we're going to start cooking the peppers, the celery, and the onion. So I'm just basically chopping and dicing everything. And trying not to cut my hand off. You know, as you do in the kitchen. This is not. This onion's a little tougher than I thought.
Big Kitty, Little Kitty from Kentwood, Michigan.
Hello, Big Kitty, Little Kitty.
Are you supposed to be cooking the lentils now? Or not yet?
Nope. You're going to cook everything together, which is why I love this. It's a one-pot meal. So your lentils should still be uncooked at this point. So I'm going to throw the onion into the pot with the peppers and the celery all chopped up. And I'm going to turn my pot on. And I'm going to saute it a little and just monitor to see if I need to toss in any water, because we only water saute unless we're adding some kind of oil for flavor, like a little sesame oil, but that is the wrong flavor for this meal. So I'm just going to rinse my hands because they're a little oniony.
You want to put the camera on the pot.
Okay, I will put the camera on the pot. But, you know, our sink is kind of a member of the family, so we just had to make a little appearance. And now... I'm going to move. Wait, that camera, is it on?
That camera.
Okay. Tell me when you can see the pot.
Move it.
Say when.
That's good. Move it, like, tilt it up. No.
Tilt it up.
Back.
Back.
Up.
Hold on.
And then tilt it up. That's good, but tilt it up.
Okay. There we go. Is that okay?
Yep. Cool Cat's asking. Can you do this recipe on the Instant Pot?
I think you probably can. I have not done it in Instant Pot, but I imagine you would cook it for quite a short time.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
The ingredient list was on the other live stream.
Uh-oh. How can we add it?
I don't know. Let me see if I
Here,
can.
I have it here if you want to just type it in. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. We were in, I made sure everybody was on time, because I'm an on-time kind of person.
We were like ready to start at like 4:55.
Yeah, I was ready to start at like 4:30, but I didn't. And then, of course, when we start, then there's a problem. So I really apologize for this. And Ephraim's going to see if he can find the ingredients list.
Somewhere.
I do have it in my email.
Can you email it to...
Okay, hold on, people. We're cooking. We're emailing. Can we do it all? Yes, we can. Of course. Of course we can. I'm going to send this
Thank you, Michelle, for the tip.
to Ephraim right now. Okay, buddy. I emailed you the recipe. It's a link and you can copy from there. Okay, so I am sauteing on medium-high heat the onions, the peppers, and the celery. I can tell you the next ingredients that you'll need if that's helpful. You're going to need...
His email?
Oh, his email. It's already in his email. I emailed it to you.
Oh, which one?
You're going to need cumin. You're going to need chili powder. Those are the next two ingredients coming. You're going to need lentils. The recipe calls for French lentils. I don't have French lentils, but I have the next closest thing, which is green lentils. You're going to need 28 ounces, 796 milliliters of tomato sauce. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. You're going to need a little sriracha or hot sauce if you have it, some salt, some balsamic vinegar, and then some kind of bun to put the sloppy joe on at the end. So hopefully that's helpful while Ephraim's trying to find a written list.
Oh, there's all stuff that's pinned.
Okay, I'm going to splash like a touch of water
so
in
many
here
emails
so it doesn't
pinned?
burn. Ready?
When did you email it to him?
A couple days ago, Friday morning at 10:26.
10:26?
It was 10 something.
10:19.
Oh, I was so close, right?
There we go.
Okay. So we're gonna saute these until they are tender, just a couple minutes.
Uh-oh.
Then we're going to put in the cumin and the chili powder. So it is my cumin and my chili powder here, a teaspoon of each. So I'm actually going to throw those in now because I feel like my veggies are starting to soften up a little.
Put it in the chat.
And it's smelling awesome. Thank you. Okay, so the ingredients list is now in the chat.
It's a little smushed, but it's in there.
Okay. Oh, gosh. Well, we don't hide the fact that we are real humans here.
Oh, and then... Oh, okay.
You got it? Okay, so I'm tossing in a teaspoon of chili powder and a teaspoon of cumin. And I'm going to stir that up. Whoop. Okay. So we're going to cook that just for like a minute. Just to get, it already smells so good. If you're cooking along, I hope that you are also having this delicious aroma. How's it smelling in your house, Kimberly? How's it going?
Smells pretty good.
It smells good over here. Okay. Well, let me see. Oh, yes. Okay. So we are going to rinse the lentils. I'm going to leave that for a minute. So you need a cup of lentils. And it's great to rinse them first because it gets rid of all the gunk that's on them. I'm sure there's other reasons too, but for me it's mostly that dust and makes your dish kind of goopy.
What?
No one wants goopy lentils, right? Ew, goopy lentils. Probably should have done this before. Right now I've left my veggies cooking. Bad form, Wooly. Okay. A second here. All right, lentils are rinsed. And I'm going to throw them into the pot along with the liquid, I believe. I'm just going to double check my recipe. Oh, yes. With the so 3 cups of broth or 3 cups of water. Either is fine. I think I'm going to use mostly broth, but we're almost out, so just a lot of water. So I'm going to put in, that's 2 cups of broth, and I'm going to add another cup, part broth, part water. And then I'm also going to add the tomato sauce and the tomato paste. So pouring in broth, I'm going to just have to add a little water here because I don't quite have enough. There we go. Now I'm using a store-bought broth today, but generally we use our homemade broth, which is so simple because all you do is you save your veggie scraps. For example, all the scraps that I used tonight going in a bowl, and they will go down to the freezer. We know how our friend Dominique feels about the freezer. And we're going to turn that into broth later this week.
Okay, you ready for some comments?
Yeah, what we got? What we got
Okay,
going on in
Mary-
the chat?
Oh, oops.
I'm going to add the tomato sauce and the tomato paste.
Mary is eating your air fryer chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, you are, Mary. Yes, it's so good, right? I love that cookie. Where's my... You know what I didn't bring over is the scale. Oh, here it is. I forgot that it's a weight for the tomato sauce. Okay, go on. This is me just chitter-chattering. What you got, Eve?
Where's the water coming from?
Huh?
There's no broth or water in here.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Why did you put water in?
It's Jamie Oliver's fault. It's in the instructions, but it's not in the list.
Wait, but where's...
Jamie.
Does it say water anywhere?
Yeah, here. 3 cups of water.
Kimberly, it's in the instructions.
I'm sorry, Kimberly. That's really annoying. I'm so sorry. But I blame Jamie. You can blame him too. So sorry about that. I did not realize. Milliliters. Oh my gosh.
David,
I'm new at this,
you just have
everybody.
to scroll back in chat to get the ingredient list.
Oh my god, what is going on with my scale? Sorry, everyone. The difficulties just continue with tech here. Why is it not? Okay. It's not liking me. All right. I'm going to put in my tomato sauce. Ooh. And there's a little more coming. And my 3 tablespoons of tomato sauce, or tomato paste.
Yeah, Kimberly, 3 cups of water.
So sorry, friend. I totally missed that. Which is actually impressive that I found it. It means I read the recipe again before I started cooking.
You don't do that a lot.
I know, I really don't. I'm impressed with myself.
Me neither.
All right. And then 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. We found this awesome tube. I feel like America, you've had this tube in your stores for a long time, but in Canada, tomato paste always comes in these annoying little tins.
And then
you have to, it always goes to waste, but this tube is like this most fantastic thing. Okay, so I'm going to stir it up, and then I'm going to turn up the heat and let it cook. So here we go.
Cool Cat's wondering, where do you get tomato paste, tube tomato paste in Canada?
I know, right? You know where I found it? No Frills. Do they have No Frills in Quebec? I don't know. But it's it's the Loblaws owned discount store, as it were. So I don't know if that's helpful. I don't know. Okay. Did I forget something? Possibly. Just checking. Oh, I forgot the sriracha. So if you want to add a little hot sauce, you can add a teaspoon of sriracha now as well. And then turn up your heat to get it cooking. So my family wants the hot sauce, so it's going in. There she goes.
Oh, we got some tomato paste tips.
Oh, yes. What are they?
Okay, remove both ends of the can of tomato paste with a can opener, then
Smart.
push through.
Yes. Whose idea was that?
It Getter 9.
Yes, It Getter
Or
9.
IT Getter. And
That
then
is smart.
Tall Nan says, I always freeze my tomato paste.
Yes, we have done that too. It's true. But I'm just finding this tube to be. This is the first time we bought it, and it's. I feel like we should ask them to sponsor us because we would use it all the time. Anyway, I think I've added everything that I'm supposed to. I'm just checking the recipe. It's been a while since I've made these. As Jeremy's been doing all the cooking in this family, so lately it's been a long time. All right, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to bring this up to a boil and then turn it down to simmer for about 30 minutes so we can chat, we can hang out. Kind of a nice, easy weekday meal because you can just, make it in one pot and it just cooks on its own very happily. I think in the Instant Pot, it would be amazing. It would be probably you'd only need to cook it for like a minute, I would think. But I thought since I hadn't tried it, I would just do the stovetop method today. But if you have an Instant Pot, feel free to try it and let us know how it goes. I'm curious. All right. You're going to cook it uncovered. So just let it simmer. And let's chat. What do we get to chat about, people?
Thank you, Mia, for the tip.
Thanks, Mia.
It says I'm a smooth operator.
I'm just like, this is my role. Normally is the cleanup, so I can't even take that it's messy here. Because I'm the one who's normally...
Does the recipe freeze well? Do we know? We haven't made this in
we have not frozen it. But I would imagine so. Like lentils, yeah, it should freeze fine. But feel free to try and let us know, especially if it doesn't. Just said it did. Yeah, I would say so. But we have never frozen it because we usually just eat it all up. It's really good. Yeah, I used to make this when the kids were little. I was telling some people in the members chat yesterday that I used to put it on mini slider buns for the kids when they were little, and we called it sloppy babies. It's kind of funny. Yeah, and you should stir it every once in a while just so it doesn't burn.
How long do you simmer, Kimberly says?
30 minutes. So we should put a...
She says hers getting thick.
Yours is thick?
Yeah.
Interesting. Mine is thin. Let's see what happens. You may need to add a splash more water. If the water is below, like if the liquid is sort of below the level of lentils, you should probably add some more water. But that's funny because mine feels really thin. So let's see.
Is the 3 cups of water in addition to the 3 cups of broth? 3 cups total.
No, 3 cups total. I just use broth instead of
the recipe says water, but
it calls for water, but I thought I would use broth since we had some to use up. But I think hopefully both our recipes will turn out. Smells good. Okay, what do we need to chat about, people? If you are still interested in getting a hard copy of the PB with J Family Favorites Cookbook, we do still have some. We just got a new shipment. Yes, was it yesterday? Yeah. Yesterday or Saturday.
There's a QR code in the top, and I can put the email down here.
So yeah, you need to email Jeremy. What is his email address?
I have it right here. Okay. pbwithjeremy@gmail.com.
If you would like to order a hard copy of the cookbook, just send him your full mailing address. Because if you don't put that in your email, we can't send it to you. And obviously, there's lots of ebooks available because that's never ending. It's like infinity. And what else? I don't know. Anybody have any questions?
Wants you to talk about your gluten-free journey.
Oh gosh. That's going to take more than what time we have, Catherine.
Just sum it up in 2 minutes.
So basically, I had some digestive issues pretty much my whole life. And anyway, it seemed to get worse as I got older. I'm just going to turn mine down a little. It's bubbling a bit much. And so I went off gluten at the recommendation of a naturopath that I was seeing. And after some like food sensitivity testing, I went off. That's when I basically started eating plant-based because I had a lot of sensitivities. And then, I started eating no gluten, like, I don't know, it's getting close to 10 years, I think. So it's definitely been a journey, and I feel like there's more, it's just getting better and better for people who are not eating gluten. And also just like our own, between Jeremy and I, figuring out how to make certain things gluten-free and still taste good. I made a really great loaf of bread the other day I can find the recipe. It's not my own recipe. But I was like, wow, it even has like kind of like a little bit of squish to it, like some air bubbles in it. So it was really exciting. That's kind of my journey in a nutshell. And I tried to eat some wheat at the end of last year and it didn't really go well. So I'm still going to stay off gluten. So that's the sad tale. But I'm finding it's not that hard for me. Like I don't know. We live in a big city, and so there's lots of options. We don't eat out a ton, but there are options for me as vegan and gluten-free. It can be challenging, so I understand anybody who's going through that.
Margaret says she gets tired when she eats bread.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it seems to affect different people different ways, and I was reading Dr. B's book. What is his book called? Someone will write it down. Someone will add it to the chat because I can't remember right now. But he was saying that gluten isn't really a big issue. It's become a bigger issue, sort of like, like a popular thing to avoid kind of thing. And he said that maybe we don't need to. So that's why I was like, well, you know what? Fine. If he says that, then I'm going to just try eating gluten. But for me, it did have negative effects. So I think, everybody's body is so different that it's hard to make a generalization about what will or will not work. But I think if you've been off gluten a long time and you want to give it a try and see if that, or if you want to go back on gluten, I should say, it's certainly something to try. But it didn't work for me.
Are you still doing low food map?
No, I can't stand low FODMAPs. I find it so stressful, and I hate limiting what I have to eat. It really drives me nuts. I feel like I already limit myself in the way that I eat, but I'm fine with it. Hi, everyone!
Boo, look who decided to show up.
I had a little kid scream at me on the street.
Why?
Because our dogs were scary.
Aww.
This child was older than appropriate for that response to seeing two very friendly dogs. Anyway, hi everyone.
Wait, Mom, fiber fueled? That's what people are.
Oh yes, thank you. Yeah.
Dr. Will Bolshevik.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. But what was I talking about?
I don't know.
There was a question, and I was in the middle before I was so weirdly interrupted. Yeah. So I find the FODMAP diet does not really help me, and then it just causes me stress, which makes all my symptoms worse anyway. So yeah. What happened?
It connected again.
Are you making cookies?
Where am I? Oh, I'm back.
Oh, I won't touch it.
Well, I didn't start because then I got chatting. I was thinking that I could make some cookies while we're waiting for this to cook. I can tell you the ingredients, or you can just, watch and jot some things down and make them a different day.
Just tell them what to get handy.
Okay, if you would like to make some oatmeal raisin cookies, this was my grandmother's recipe. Oddly, she never made them for me. My aunt gave me this recipe as an adult, and I was like, wait, what? She made oatmeal raisin cookies? But her recipe was very old school with butter and eggs and sugar, and so I don't know what it was supposed to taste like in the beginning because she never made them for me, but I have made my own version based on her recipe, which is something we've been trying to do, is take recipes from our past or just like older ones and try to make them both plant-based and whole food. So this is kind of my attempt.
Where we did that just came out on Saturday.
Well, if you haven't watched it, check it out. You can watch me watch something that I thought was a favorite of mine, and I realized I didn't know it's not good.
Someone
it's
made
not my taste palette.
Someone made a comment that they think they know why you don't like tomatoes because every dish we had in that had tomatoes. They think you were forced tomatoes in every meal.
Yeah, I guess I had to eat a lot of tomatoes as a child.
Thank
So,
you.
oh, sorry.
That need a
Thank you, Linda, for the tip.
Yeah, I've just been stirring it on and off. But we know we didn't set a timer.
Mary also wants the
I'm
bread
shocked
recipe
you
you
didn't
made.
set a timer,
Well, we
Willie.
were chatting. So I think it's probably like 15 more minutes of simmering. Can you put a timer on?
For how long?
I don't know, like 15 minutes, and then we'll check the lentils and see. So I turned mine down to about medium because it's really, this induction stove top that we're using today is really hot. So it's bubbling like crazy. So I've turned mine down to medium. You'll have to just gauge your own stove and see what you think. But mine is bubbling a lot. Kimberly, I hope that yours is working. Mine is definitely thickening up. So if you feel like your liquid you're short on liquid, I would add a bit more.
Yeah. So before we start the cookies, though, let's do the draw for the Typher Dome air fryer.
Oh yes.
So,
Let's.
which is let me grab it. It's in the back. Are you gonna try to cook some of the cookies in it?
I can cook some cookies in the air fryer.
This is it for those that are curious. And what's special about this one that's different from the predecessor, it's a little dirty inside, I'm sorry, Typher, is it's got a burner on the bottom and the top. And so for those people who hate to flip things halfway through, you don't need to with this guy. Or growl, I don't know, it's gender neutral. So for those who didn't enter or don't win, in a few seconds we're going to do the drawing. Typher does have a discount for 10% off, which probably isn't in the description right now because I had to delete the link and then start a new one. So if you're watching, stick around after, and I will add all those details once the live stream ends. But Ephraim has got the all of the entries in his phone.
Yep. Okay.
So if you're watching, if you're not here, I'll come over to Ephraim. If you're not watching, but you're watching a replay, email me at the link that's already down on the scroll. It's been going on for a long time, and we will we'll hook you up with Typher, and they will get you one. The person who got it last time is super excited and happy with it still. So I'll let Ephraim hit the button. As you can see, show them how many people. You can't even see names.
122.
We have 122 entries. All those colors are different names.
Yep.
It's super wide. I've never seen an air fryer that has that kind of a basket, which makes it really unique.
Mom, people want the bread recipe.
Okay, I'll link it. It's not my recipe, so I will link
the sourdough?
person. Yeah, the
Nice.
gluten-free sourdough.
Okay,
Did you show it to them?
We
No,
ready?
it's in the freezer.
You ready for a spin?
All right, do the spin. Hit the button and then show it so people can see
Let's get
first.
some audio going here.
Okay, hold it up.
Audio's not going. Let's see. Oh. Betty Spence.
Betty spends 9992.
Woo,
9992.
Betty! Raise the roof for Betty.
So if you're watching, Betty, let us know. Becca's asking what contest. So we, every now and then when we have a sponsor here on the channel, Ephraim dropped his phone. Every now and then when we have a sponsor here on the channel, I try to ask them if they can give us a giveaway so I can give something free to you all. And Typher, this is the second time they've done it, which is awesome. So the contest is to win a Typher Dome air fryer. And Becky 9992, Becky Spence, was it?
Mm-hmm.
9992 just won a very fancy, very awesome, high-end
Betty.
air fryer.
It was Betty.
Betty Spence,
Not
9992. I
Not
said
Becky.
no. Beck asked the question.
Yeah, but you said
Oh,
Becky.
sorry.
Did I? My bad. Congrats, Betty. If you're not watching this, you're watching this in a replay. We'll also post it on the page just so people know. And then just get in touch with me
I'll post it right now.
and get in touch, and we will make sure you get that.
Right.
Do you know do you have the person now?
And I just want to say that I've been actually stirring this quite a bit because I'm scared it's gonna stick. So if you've been ignoring your sloppy Joe mix, you might want to give it a little stir, you know? Just keep it from sticking to the bottom. I'm just a little paranoid. All right, I'm gonna switch this over here. Whoop. Uh-oh, I can't see. You guys need to switch back. I can't see where the camera's at. Ugh. And I'm gonna whip up some of my whole food plant-based version of my grandmother's
What
oatmeal
should I
raisin
do?
cookies.
Just clean up, I guess?
Yeah, clean up,
I'm
man.
not used to being on this.
So, actually, I don't need this first. So, what you're gonna need if you would like to make the cookies. Oh, there's a dog barking.
Annie's home, probably.
Annie's home. If you would like to make the cookies, these are the ingredients that I use. So I use tahini. Oh my gosh, those dogs. I use date sugar or date powder. I use flax, oat flour, and either quick oats or rolled oats, kind of chopped fine. Some baking soda, salt, and raisins. I think and a bit of vanilla. So, maybe you can type this into the chat
What?
if people want the.
Okay.
If you aren't following along with the baking because it's kind of last minute, I can post the recipe so you can try it at home on your own. Sorry, I was looking down the whole time because I was looking at the recipe. My apologies, not looking into your
Lynn.
beautiful faces.
Thank you, Len, for the tip.
Okay, so I'm actually going to start by making a flax egg, and I lost my bowl. That was silly. I'll put it in. I need a little bowl. I used it for something else. Silly me. Ding! And you know what else I need? The flax. Oh, gosh. Gosh darn it. What was I thinking? So to make a flax egg, you need a tablespoon of flax and 3 tablespoons of water. And
I actually just put in 2/3 a cup of tahini into the chat.
Do not use tahini.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
put in the whole recipe.
Oh, that's
you
okay.
just put the one. Okay. So I'm actually going to use 2 tablespoons of flax and 6 tablespoons of water. Because I want 2 flax eggs. So let me just get my water.
You don't flex?
Yeah.
So then you want 5 tablespoons of water, right? So we said.
I do 6.
You do 6, huh? Makes it a little loose for my liking.
4.
I like to do 2.5. I do that for
Okay, I'll do
chia.
5.5.
You can do it. It's fine. Here.
And I just stir it up.
How about I keep an eye on this, and then you can just focus on.
And then we're going to let this sit for a few minutes to thicken. Oh, I got to go this way. There we go. Sorry about that. So I am making a flax egg, and I'm setting it to the side. Okay.
I had so much FOMO while I was gone.
Really?
Yeah. It was weird for me not
good.
to be here.
It's looking good.
I missed all of you. I hope she said hi to you.
I tried. I'm trying my best. It's
I'm
my
gonna-
first time.
I'm going to say hi to some random people, assuming they're watching. I'm going to say hi to Vi, to
I don't
Kimberly,
think you too.
and Dominique.
Kimberly and Dominique are here. I don't know about Vi. Okay. Oh, now you
This is pretty
distracted
close,
me.
eh?
So
Sorry.
I'm going to put the wet ingredients into
Wait,
this
there's the recipe.
bowl. Thanks.
Or the ingredients.
Thanks.
Okay, there's a lot of questions about this.
Okay. That makes sense. This is like a last minute.
Kimberly's wondering, peanut
Thing.
butter okay?
Yes. Yeah. You can use any nut butter. I use tahini just because it's kind of, for us, I feel like it's a mild.
And then applesauce
Taste.
instead of egg?
Try it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would use that swap in a pinch.
Yeah. If
And
you don't have any flax, for sure.
And it doesn't have to be oat flour too, right?
Yes, you could use like a whole wheat flour. I have to use oat, obviously, because I'm not eating gluten. And so I just blanket make everything gluten-free. Like no one around here has a choice unless they're making their own treats. Okay, so I'm going to put the tahini,
I'll be right back.
the date powder, and then I'm going to mix in the flax eggs. I'm going to put 2/3 of a cup of tahini in my bowl, or your nut butter, and then 1/2 cup of date sugar. If you're using another kind of sweetener, you could put less. The date sugar is sort of less sweet than, say, coconut sugar or maple syrup, so you need more. So maybe
Okay.
1/3 of a cup. Wow, look at this service. It just brings me things.
I'm so happy.
Only on the live stream.
Should the sloppy joes be simmering? Mine's very soupy, says
Yeah,
Big
mine's-
Kitty Little Kitty.
You want to cook it down,
Mine's simmering and it's definitely thickening. I can show you in a minute.
because
Let me
otherwise,
just move this over for a second.
Come on.
I'll
Here.
show you how
Bring
it's
it,
looking over here. So it's thickening up.
it's still a little soupy.
It's So maybe turn yours up a little. If it wasn't bubbling, mine's been kind of bubbling the whole time. So if yours was on a lighter simmer, maybe crank it up a little. All right, 1/3. Thanks for going with the flow here, everybody, and my last minute cookie idea.
Well, you were just wondering because you realized when you picked this recipe that there's like 20 minutes of just
Yeah, I wasn't
boiling
sure
down.
like what we would talk about, if it was going to be like an awkward first date, so I thought I should be prepared with cookies, but you all are making this very easy.
I told you not to worry. They would fill the time. The people fill the time very easily. Sometimes there's not enough time for cooking.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what happened?
Oh,
It
okay.
keeps on. Yeah. This
So I'm
other
having trouble
camera
with
of ours.
our low tahini jar here.
Do you need more? We have like lots of
Oh my
extra
God.
tahini.
It's like embarrassing cooking on a camera for lots of people because they see your sloppy messes.
But that's what's amazing about us is that we cook like you cook.
Well, or
Some of you.
maybe not.
Some of you probably cook better than we cook.
I'm sure many of them do. But, we're all learning together, right? We're all on a journey.
Are you done with all these things?
Yes.
So
Oh,
the
not
pickles?
the vinegar, not the pickles, not the salt.
What is the hot sauce?
It's hot sauce. Okay. So, what did I say? Oh, yeah, 1/2 cup of date powder. So date powder is so interesting because it's basically dehydrated dates that are like all ground up into a powder. So it's not like a sugar where it's being refined in some way. So it definitely it behaves differently than sugar. And actually at the end, I'll probably sprinkle like a little coconut sugar on top of the cookies because I know Ephraim really likes that version. And since, he's so awesome, I'll do it for him.
Have you made this with the date pig?
Yeah. It's in my scribbly notes here. When I change a recipe, I just scribble all over it.
That's better than my handwriting.
Why, thank you. So I'm going to put in the date powder. If you don't have date
I said
powder,
better than mine. So
you
that's not
could
really
try
helpful.
maple syrup or whatever your sweetener is of choice. I'm going to mix those two things together.
How did Wooly and Jeremy meet?
Aww.
How did we meet?
It's kind of weird. We met online.
We did meet online. It was before online dating was cool.
What do you mean? It was cool.
It was very cool because here we are. We're still together.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a date, just a dating. The funny thing is I went on the site. We're probably gonna tell the whole story now.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. I don't look good in the story, but that's okay. I went on because we heard that a friend of ours from college was on that site, and so we went to like kind of make fun of her for being on it. And then as I was trying to find her, I started to see all these awesome people. I was like, wait a minute, this isn't a bad way to actually meet people.
Wait, what awesome people?
No, you.
Oh, you just saw me.
Just saw you. You
Yeah.
were the only awesome person on
Yeah,
there.
obviously. Okay, hold on. Can you pause for a sec so
Yes.
I can tell? Okay, so I've mixed the date powder and the tahini together. I'm going to add in my flax eggs, or if you're doing applesauce, this is the time to add it in. And I'm going to add in a teaspoon of vanilla, which for me is a capful.
We just use the caps.
I just use the cap. It's approximate. And I'm going to mix all that together. And then I will switch over to the dry ingredient in a separate bowl.
It's just pretty good.
Okay, go on.
Oh, it's not that great. It's just, and then on this particular service, you could like somebody and give them a star or something, but to actually talk to them, they wanted you to pay money. And I was in my early 20s and I didn't have a credit card yet. So I sent her a collect call, which means that she had to pay to read my message.
And I was like, why would this guy want me? I'm not paying.
She refused.
If he really wants to talk to me, he'll pay to talk to me.
So I couldn't get her I don't know, something about her was very intriguing to me. And so I ended up borrowing a friend's credit card and paying them to buy some credits. And I ended up and you had to buy them in bulk too, right? Also, I didn't know if this was going to work out. So I bought like 20 credits. I needed, I think, 2 to send a message. So I still have 18 credits just in case this doesn't work out.
What?
I'm just saying, I got to.
I don't think that app's still there.
They
Okay,
better
it's defunct.
they better still be there. Those 18 credits. just in case, right? As a backup plan.
Okay.
Anyway, so but
Wrap it up, buddy. I
but in
gotta
the-
go on here.
But in the end, I paid, right?
Yeah, you did.
If it was up to you, Ephraim wouldn't exist.
Yeah. This is
Just
true.
saying.
Very true.
This is pretty. Should I turn this off?
Yeah, I think that's thick enough.
You want to show real quick?
So our sloppy Joe mixture is, there's still some, why? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. There's still some liquid because you want it kind of pourable, but the lentils have absorbed a lot of the liquid.
I'm just gonna put it on keep warm.
We're gonna Jeremy's gonna get a little spoon and he's gonna taste it and make sure the lentils are not crunchy because you don't want crunchy lentils in your sloppy Joe.
Great. I'm
Okay.
a guinea pig.
In the cookies, I'm in a separate bowl. I'm combining a cup of oat flour, a cup of, it calls for quick oats, but I am using just some kind of chopped up whole oats.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go on through.
Okay, so keep cooking. You don't want crunchy lentils. Keep cooking. People.
They're almost ready though.
Keep cooking.
Kimberly says,
Well, they're gonna keep. They're gonna
sloppy
carry.
joe's an S.
Your sloppy joe's an S.
Nice.
It worked.
They're gonna carry over cook those as long as
I
I
was
keep
worried,
it warm.
Kimberly, that I had misled you somewhere along the way, so I'm glad it worked out.
Here's the thing I want to point out though. It's like they've got a little bit of a bite to them too. I don't want to crank it up. I just want to let them keep heating because for those that aren't familiar with the term carryover cooking, if you cook your stuff in the pan to the point where it's perfect, it's actually overcooked because as it cools down, it's going to keep cooking a little bit.
Sometimes he feeds us crunchy lentils and crunchy potatoes because of carryover cooking.
Because Woolie's like, I'm hungry, let's eat it now.
Yeah, we can just blame each other.
Welcome to our new cooking show.
So I've added a cup of oat flour, a cup of either quick oats or just kind of chopped up rolled oats. And now I'm going to add a teaspoon of baking soda if I can get it out of the box because it's a low.
Do you want more?
When the baking soda is almost at the end? And
I can get you another one. We have more.
No, it's okay. I'm good. So a teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to also put the raisins. Like, kind of depends on how much raisins you want. It calls for a cup, but I found that's actually a lot. So maybe half to 3/4 of a cup of raisins. You can mix them right in with the dry ingredients so that they get some flour on themselves and they don't stick together.
And then save some for the top.
No, you just mix them in.
But then, but there's always that cookie that looks like there's nothing in it because.
No, it's
Okay.
fine.
Don't save any for the top.
Well, you can do what you want to do.
Mom, we got a question.
Okay, questions.
Or actually, for me,
Oh, there you go.
is the phone plugged into a charger or a computer with the red cable? Yeah,
What is it? A computer?
Yes.
it goes to the computer. And this camera, right here,
Here.
it's also
The filmmaker and me would frame that out.
in the
I would put it over there. And now,
to like quick at saw it.
cool cat.
Cool cat.
Dominique's trying to steal all
She's on
of our YouTube tricks.
Good, she should.
Dominique, we should just do a Zoom one day. And I
Yeah.
can just share everything you want to know.
Exactly.
But I can also share it here.
Okay, so I'm mixing in the raisins so they get a bit coated. Yep, I don't know, you just handed me a jar. Remember?
Not
Some of
up
them
to
are
me.
a bit, yeah, you were just like, whoop, here it is.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm mixing in the raisins. I'm actually breaking some of them apart because they're stuck together already. And then I'm going to put the dry into the wet. Mine is kind of, I don't know if you call this wet ingredients. It's like smush ingredients. And I'm going to stir it all together and hope that it's not too dry.
Oh, it's right there. It's underneath.
Oh, I put the wet and the dry together and I'm just going to really mix it up. And I feel like, hopefully this isn't going to be an on-camera fail, but it's looking really dry.
Put some water in it.
What did I do? No. You just have to give it a minute. You might even have to like wash your hands and give it a little hand squish. If you know what I mean. Velma, you're fine. You just went for a walk.
Do you want some applesauce?
You said it.
No, I just need to wash my hands and get in there.
You said the word.
Sometimes you just have to get in there, right?
You said the.
I know some of you know what I'm talking about.
You have to touch it.
You have to get in there. You gotta wash your hands off. You gotta get them ready. Nice and clean, and then you just gotta put your hands in the food.
There's a bunch of raisin haters in here.
Get out!
Well, put chocolate in it.
Put chocolate in or cranberries.
Dried fruit haters out here.
I'm trying to reduce my chocolate intake because it's really high, guys. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fine.
Someone called us out for that in the comments recently. They're like, for whole food plant-based, you gotta eat a lot of chocolate chips. It's our one crux.
It's true.
Give us a... Yeah, these are... Texture-wise, this Sloppy Joe mix is done.
We're just waiting over here and just drop it.
Okay, I'm just trying to get this. So yeah, my cookies they're a little dry.
They're really dry.
But they're gonna be delicious when they're baked. This always happens. But you just have to smush it with your hands.
Oh,
Just gotta get in there and smush it up. I remember this happening, and I remember us eating them every time when I was making these a lot in the fall. It's been a few weeks now.
What's happening in the backyard?
Dogs are barking at each other.
Squirrel.
We're barking at the neighbor's dog.
Different squirrel. Lentils are done.
Great. Okay, do you want to show it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm like
you're
kneading the cookie dough.
You shouldn't need cookie dough. I would.
It's gonna be fine.
I would add some applesauce or something to that.
No.
I'm gonna let Willie do her thing. Okay.
Vi's here.
Hey,
Bye.
Here is the lentils done. So we'll show you in a second how we plate them. Did you talk about our bun situation?
No.
Okay. So
Oh.
don't give us too much crap. As you know, we eat whole food plant-based as best as we can, but whenever you have to make the best decision possible. I was at Cobb's Bakery, which is a Canadian-owned bakery here in Canada. It's a chain. And they were out of their whole wheat buns. All they had was these white ones. And our grocery store this time of year doesn't have whole wheat hamburger buns either. Or if they do, they're full of junk as well. So I just opted for them because they are, at least, even though they're white flour, they're like a 2-ingredient, maybe salt. Like a 3-ingredient bun, and they're delicious and beautiful. And so that's what we're having. Except for Wooly. Wooly's going to have a gluten-free
Sorry, I'll eat gluten
Bread. My bread.
She's going to have her wonderful bread. Anyway, that's what we're going to use and put these on top. And basically what I like to do is just cut them open face and just like pour a ladle over both and top them with whatever you want. We got some pickles over here. Avocado is nice. I think in the picture that we used.
Cut up some cucumber too.
Some cucumber too is nice. Some fermented cucumber and some non-fermented cucumber is what we've got. We've got 2 versions of cucumber. One is pickled. One is pickled and one is not.
You do grated carrot.
Grated carrot? I would have put the grated carrot into the sloppy Joe mix.
Sure. Okay, can I just talk about this?
Willie's back.
Okay, I've just been putting my cookies on a tray so you make them into balls. Again, with your beautiful hands. And they're, I'd say, what do you think, 2 tablespoons worth of dough?
Do you want to?
And I noticed when I squished them into balls, they're actually quite oily from the tahini.
This is 2 tablespoons, so pretty good.
You just smushed it.
But you're going to smush it down anyway, aren't you?
I am.
So.
And then basically you take a rubber spatula or something else to smush them with. You could do it with your hands if you are really enjoying that sensory experience. Just going to push them down, and you can leave them like that, or you can sprinkle them with a little
Where is it?
coconut sugar.
It makes a...
I'll do it, Mom.
It does.
I have it ready.
Just a pinch, though. Just a pinch.
Thank you, Veggie Loving Accountant. Well, I'm taking accounting in school. For
maybe you will
the
be
tip.
an accountant one day, Ephraim. So I'm just smushing them down. And
that's a lot.
Yeah, just a pinch, man.
That one can be mine.
I mean, in my grandmother's recipe, it said roll them in sugar, basically, in white sugar. So figure a pinch is something special. I know a couple weeks ago, somebody was like, do you eat dessert every day? We don't really make dessert every day, but we...
Eat something.
We have been like... It's like you get
Since
into
COVID.
new habits. Yeah, COVID really...
COVID has been over for a bit. That's no longer an excuse.
I'm
said
just saying it
since.
changed our habits.
Yeah, it's true. Well, also
Less good.
reviewing cookbooks.
Yeah.
Although we try, I would say, and we also have sweet tooths, but I would, oh my goodness.
Okay, Eve, come on, man.
Okay, you're fired.
He's going crazy here, people, with the
You missed one.
sugar.
No, yeah. Oh, I wasn't done. Huh?
Fired.
Oh,
So we don't, but I will say that if we don't have anything, like sometimes we will just have frozen fruit, but even just like a square of chocolate for me is something at the end of the day I like to have, if I'm being honest. And, as I said before, we don't have many vices in this house. So our little sweet tooth is okay. And we, to be fair to us, we don't have giant portions of it. Like we're not, like we'll have one or two of these
can you run the
cookies
chat for a sec, Dad?
as a portion. What's that?
You think that would be women? Can you run the chat for a sec?
All right, and take over the chat because Ephraim's doing his chore.
That's not taking over the chat.
Well, I'm finishing
I
that
can do
cookie. Oh, you're still
Pick up the papers and the trash.
okay. I'll jump into the operators with some salt on top of the cookies.
Ooh.
Oh, Marvin's asking, "Hey, Marvin, my buddy Marvin's here."
Hey, Marvin.
Yeah, get the sea salt. We'll need the good sea salt from
You
Scotland.
want to try a couple with salt?
We're putting both on?
Yeah. Is there no?
No, just a couple with salt.
Let's put some salt on it. I got this, Mom.
Hold on.
I'm sorry, your lentils are still like rocks.
What? Who's that?
Maybe turn your.
Do you have enough liquid?
If you have enough liquid, and turn the heat up. They'll cook eventually.
Yeah.
Unless you put rocks in there, in which case it's not going to cook. Thanks, Pamela.
Wait, are we putting salt on the ones that have the sugar on
No,
it?
no, just on those last
Oh.
couple.
Too
Just a
late.
couple.
Wait, did that one have sugar? I can't tell.
Well, you can put the salt, the coconut in or not the coconut. You're just throwing it at it. No, don't waste the salt.
I'm not. It's going on the
It's
cookie.
good salt.
You waste so much.
Cool Cat wants to know: am I going to do another cooking with carnivores video? Actually, I'm hoping to do a bunch, but I'm. Oh, you don't want to bake that.
Find salt.
But that's like a bigger project that I'm actually trying to get some funding for, so I can do it on a bit of a bigger scale. So the plan is to do more of them sometime in the future, but nothing planned just yet. Hey, bud.
Okay, and I'm baking
Hey,
the
bud.
cookies at
Hey,
350 for 10 minutes. I'm baking the cookies at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for
I
10
agree.
minutes.
I agree with Beth here.
It's okay to live a little, especially if you're healthy and have lost
That's
weight.
Beth, by the way.
I
Thanks.
know who Beth is.
Thanks, Beth.
Ann.
Hi, Beth Ann.
Hi, Beth.
Yeah, we have a very good balance here, and we also walk a lot, and I exercise in the mornings, and Willie exercises quite a lot more than he used to.
Yeah.
I exercise.
We can work it out. We can work it out. Right?
Yeah.
That's what
Oh.
they're talking about, exercise.
Anna's glad to see the boss in the house. Wooly.
Yeah. Boss is in the house. Okay, I think
You
everything's
missed like
ready.
half of a cookie here.
I know, I was just going to eat the dough.
You were gonna what?
Oh, too late,
I
Mom.
was just going to eat the
Have
dough.
That's very doughy.
Are you guys eating the dough that I was saving for so I could eat?
All right, do you want to show how to
Oh.
plate one of those that
Oh.
lentil?
That's a great question. How do we plate the lentils? I brought a plate over and everything.
Do you have a serrated knife over there?
I grabbed one, but I don't see it.
Here.
Oh, yeah, it's here. Okay, so where's our camera?
You need a ladle.
I'm going to cut the bun. And depending on your appetite, you could just have half a bun.
Do you need a little ladle?
Yeah. I know that Ephraim will want
Oh,
a whole
Mom.
bun.
Bake or air fry.
Oh, I just baked it, but you can also air fry it probably for a little bit less time. I actually never air fried those cookies before, so maybe you might not want to check after 6-7 minutes. I just popped them in the oven. Sorry,
Man,
I was
that's
supposed
For
to
how
do
long?
the
For
air
how long?
fryer.
For people who are making them.
I just said. In the oven, it's 350 for 10 minutes,
Oh.
and in the air fryer, it could be a little bit less. You
I would
could
do
put
325 for 8 and then check them.
Okay. 325 for 8 and check it. All right, so I'm just going to put the sloppy joe onto the bun.
I got some diced pickles here coming up.
You want to do this? Ephraim, this is yours. How does it look, buddy?
Sloppy.
Sloppy. You want 2?
Sure. Why not?
Why not?
He's bulking.
He's bulking. And then we'll put some pickles on it and maybe just have the cucumber on the side.
Okay.
A little extra greens.
And you can put more
Since
hot
we
sauce
didn't
on
make
it
a
if you want.
salad or anything. And you can eat it by picking it up or using a knife and fork, depending on.
It's supposed to be
who you
sloppy.
are. It is. You'll need a napkin for sure.
Pamela wants Edo Vision to be a thing.
And you could
Yeah, me
you could
too.
toast your buns if you like that sort of thing.
Oh, why don't we toast the buns?
All right.
Too late for yours. I can toast mine.
Sorry, buddy. I didn't toast it. Oh, I just dropped pickle juice on Velma's head.
You got pickle juice on Velma's head?
Yeah.
She does not care.
She'll lick.
She's rubbing her head on the floor.
Oh, she does care. You okay there, bud?
Sorry, pal.
Oh! She got us back.
All right. Anything else you need to say to the fabulous people?
How much longer for the cookies? You could wait for a few minutes. For the
7 minutes.
Well,
Yeah.
if you'd like to stay for 7 minutes, you can wait to see how the cookies
I'm gonna eat my
turn
dinner.
out.
Ephraim's
It's
gonna
a
eat his
great
dinner.
question. Ephraim's going to start eating because I just
On
plated his
camera,
food.
people are gonna love
no,
that.
don't eat
On
it.
camera, let me just have a bite on
Here,
camera.
I'll take over moderating. You can enjoy.
Whoa.
Is Annie home?
Yeah, she's been home for like a while. Ready?
How'd I do? It's been a while.
See, sloppy. Check out his face.
Feels like I used to.
It's
Yay.
appropriate. It's supposed to be sloppy. It's
Oh,
in the name.
We forgot to add the balsamic vinegar
Oh, to
and the
the.
salt.
Oh, you can put some on mine. Where's the salt?
Oh my gosh.
Where's the salt?
Hilarious. Okay, so you were supposed to add a
You can put some
teaspoon of
balsamic
salt.
vinegar and salt on mine.
I got distracted by the cookies.
It's true.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You can put some salt on mine, Mom.
Here, you wanna? Why don't you show people what you're doing?
Okay, so sorry. Oh my gosh.
Well, now you gotta move this back over here so they can see what she's doing. With mine.
Oh my goodness!
Okay,
It's
so some
chaos.
salt. It was supposed to be a teaspoon of salt. And how much balsamic?
2
2 teaspoons?
tablespoons.
2 tablespoons of balsamic. Oh, yeah.
Take the QR code for our book off just so you can all see a little
I
bit
should
better.
not have got distracted by cookies, you see?
No.
Forget to add
That
things.
fell off.
We had a little shout out to Silver Hills Bakery in BC. Oh, we get Silver Hills, right?
Yeah.
At Loblaws. Oh, you didn't show Mummy adding the balsamic vinegar.
Oh, sorry.
Can we add some to mine?
There's 3 people here, and we're missing camera shots.
I'm eating. I don't count as a person.
You are a person.
You're very much a person.
Well, I don't have hands free.
It's true. Well, you're a test subject.
All right.
Exactly.
Sorry about that, everyone.
Hubby won't taste it.
Come on.
Kimberly. You get your hubby on here. Come on, take one bite.
Why won't you taste
Is he
it?
scared of lentils?
Okay, that's enough, Mom.
Oh, my goodness.
Margaret says the applesauce worked. The cookies are staying together, and it smells amazing in there.
Great. I'm glad it's working, and maybe I should try the apple.
They're probably you're getting
because mine was
lentil
so dry.
all over the recipes that Mummy printed out. Oh, and these are man, Eefy, buddy.
What?
Well, they're gonna have stains in them.
Okay, 4 minutes, people.
4 minutes, and then you see the cookies, and then we will wrap up. So if you have any last-minute tips for Eefy, don't forget to throw those in. Thanks to everyone who's been tipping him already. It's
Thank you,
very
everybody who's
sweet.
tipped.
You're not going to have dinner with us? Why don't you save and eat with us?
Too late.
You don't want to have dinner with us?
I'm having dinner with you guys right now.
Fair enough.
I thought you were cleaning. You
It's
did
true.
nothing. You did no cleaning.
I did not. Well, that's because I ended up being like a sous chef.
Uh-huh.
Velma is just waiting for you to drop stuff. What are you doing?
Oh, my crotch. I got it off.
Sorry, everyone here. It's called the thank you bite. What's the thank you bite? I'm not sure what you're referencing. You are devouring that thing. Do you remember having that as a kid? Did you tell them what we used to call these things when they were kids?
I did.
Sloppy babies.
Because they were sloppy babies.
If we tweaked this and made our own version of it, that's what I would call it in a cookbook. Because who doesn't want to go to a page that says sloppy baby?
Wow. Doesn't sound too appealing, really.
There's some. I know. I can tell you right now why you keep on getting lentils in your crotch because you keep on leaning into them right here because you made a mess. You need to change those pants, boy. Look at his face. It's like a child. Stop eating with your hands.
I'm trying to see.
Eat from. With your mouth full.
I know.
Please.
I know those food.
Oh my gosh, he's a mess. He's a sloppy baby.
He is a sloppy baby. Even can eat. Yeah.
You're done?
Yeah.
Wow. All that time it took to cook and it's devoured in 30 seconds.
It's true.
Living with teenagers.
The thank you bite is what polite vampires do. That's funny. That would be good rolled in a tortilla. I mean, you could make a quesadilla with this, probably, right?
Yeah,
Sloppy quesadilla?
runny, though.
Sloppy. Just really cook it down. Maybe put less liquid in.
Yeah.
A sloppy quesadilla.
You know what's interesting?
What's
I feel
that?
like it's going to be just enough. Whereas when they were little, they
I
didn't
agree.
eat very much.
He should take one thank you bite, but Kimberly's out to feed the cats.
Okay. Bye.
What?
It's true, and that's a sign of how good they are that
Kimberly's
Ephraim
off
just
to feed the cats.
downed them.
Oh.
The cookies will be ready. Oh,
1 minute.
1 minute, and then we will reveal the cookies, and then that will be here.
That will be that.
That will be that. I'll put the camera over here so you can see.
What's for dinner?
What's for dinner?
Hilarious.
Pickles.
Cookies.
Cookies. Yeah, we're having cookies for dinner.
Hope they turned out. Keep your fingers crossed, everybody.
I think it turned out.
Ephraim says they turned out. Are you ready for your second dinner? You're like a hobbit. Second supper.
You have a dirty shirt.
No, I washed it off.
What if you put the lentil mixture in a pastry and bake them? I mean, you can
yeah.
you can put like puff pastry over top and make it more like
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, what's that called? Not a Wellington. A Wellington is like a wrapped piece of thing, but something like that. Yeah, you could use this lentil mixture in a lot of different ways.
It's on my shirt.
For sure. You could put them in like sloppy hot dog buns.
Just put it on rice.
Put it on rice. Would be good.
Oh, disconnected. Reconnected.
Okay, here's my cookies. Watch out. Hot pan coming through. Woo woo.
Okay, let me make that the bigger camera.
There's a lot of things in the
Can I have
way.
one?
They don't look any different than when they were uncooked.
But they are cooked
Go a little
now.
bit lower. Bring it right
They
now.
are cooked now.
Yeah, they need to cool
Careful,
though.
it's very hot.
Where's Rufus?
Yeah, they
They're kinda
definitely
like
need
pucks.
you gotta let them cool. Yeah, they're a dense cookie.
They're a dense-
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you're a dense cookie? You couldn't tell by the fact you had to knead the dough? I don't think the people needed to be
Hey,
told.
man. But the bottom is lightly browned, so they just need to sit to firm up.
Yeah,
So they're gonna go over
sloppy
here before
Samosas. Sloppy samosas.
Sloppy Joe pot pie is a
Sloppy
good idea.
samosas. Click on it, Dad.
Sloppy
Hold it up.
samosas. You'd have to get it really. Yeah, I mean there's lots of samosas that use lentils too. It's a
Hey,
good
what about the
idea.
paper dirty?
Oh, Kimberly used red lentils because the lentils weren't defined. That would make a difference.
Yeah.
It wouldn't hurt. It just the lentils are going to disappear into it.
I mean,
Yeah.
that could
Sorry.
kind of work. That could kind of work.
We'll be better in the future about specifying
French
the kind of lentil. French lentils are
Well,
green
Dad, I
lentils.
had to re-put the recipe in the chat because it got deleted from.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry, guys. We had a little mix. Technical error, my fault on why.
Yeah, we were
why
going to be early, and then everyone was waiting
I
again.
know.
People don't need the details.
No, they already know the details.
We already told them.
Oh, thanks. Great.
Well, thanks everybody for coming and watching me do my first live. I hope it was satisfactory.
Yeah.
Sorry
and
about the mistakes.
hopefully the audio is better this time. You can hear us all equally because I brought in my podcasting mic, hoping that it would work out. So let us know. Anyway, we'll be back next week. Annie will be at the keyboard. I don't know what we're making next week. So if you have any suggestions, put them in the comments below. Oh, here we go. Maureen was watching Not Cooking Alone. Where can I find the recipe for both the cookies and the lentils? If you go to our Instagram,
What about the cookies?
give me one at a time, man.
Okay.
If you go to our Instagram or if you go to our posts
Or
for
higher
our
up in the
YouTube
chat.
channel
Or higher up in the chat.
or higher up in the chat, the live chat, if you go into any of those places, the ingredients for the lentils sloppy joes will be there for sure. And Ephraim, you typed in the lentil sloppy joes.
Just the
copy and pasted them
ingredients.
in. No. Just the
Oh,
ingredients.
sorry, but the cookies, I mean.
Just the ingredients for the cookies, but the everything for the lentil sloppy joes.
Okay, so both of those are in the live stream chat,
Somewhere.
which if you're watching this on replay will be to the left of the screen. Otherwise, the lentil sloppy joe mixture is on, like I said, our Instagram, and the oatmeal raisin cookies. What I will do is I will type these all up, and I'll actually put them in the description down below, so that way you can see them. If you're just watching this note now, it might not be up for like an hour or two because we're gonna have dinner and stuff. But I will update that sometime tonight, so people that are watching a rewatch will have them easily accessible. Awesome. Everyone says you did great, Willie.
Thanks everybody for your support.
Yeah. All right, everyone. We'll be back next week with Annie. I don't know what we're cooking, but we'll be cooking something.